Today we're going to be looking at a vector graphics package called Inkscape. I'm just going to load it up now. Now Inkscape is absolutely free. You can download it from their website, and it's a vector graphics package. There's other vector graphics packages available too, like Adobe Illustrator and also SVG Edit Online. So please do try one of these out. The main difference between vector graphics and regular bitmap graphics is vector graphics are not made up of pixels. Let me show you what I mean. If I select the pencil tool and draw a line like that, then it's much the same, so it seems, as any single line in any other paint package. But if instead we zoom in, and I'm going to do this by pressing the plus key, what we'll see is that the line, no matter how far we go in, is perfectly smooth. It's got huge resolution, and we can go in much further than that if we like. So it doesn't matter how far you zoom in, the line still remains smooth. And that's because this line is defined by some mathematical equations. We'll have a look at that in just a bit. So I'm going to draw a couple of other shapes, like we can have a circle like this. You'll notice it's got a corner chopped off, and when I do this I can make it either a complete circle or a part circle like that. And we can also have squares, and with these things we can use our cursor to select them, to resize them, and so on. And we can move them about afterwards. We also have layers, just in the same way as any other package. But as well as that, we can edit the vector shapes themselves by using this edit paths. So for example, on a square you don't have many paths, you've just got this for your square or a rectangle. You can make it have rounded corners like that. But on our path which we drew earlier, you can see that actually we've got a huge amount of control in changing the mathematically defined curve. So we can quite easily and simply set up some shapes to edit. Vector graphics are usually used for things like logos, and the fantastic thing about them not becoming pixelated is you can use the same file to design a letterhead or a logo for the side of a building. It doesn't matter, it's got infinite resolution. You can have a play around with this stuff. I'm just going to show you a couple more tools. So I'm just going to draw a shape like this, and I'm going to join it to itself. Now because this is a block area, I can then use the paint bucket, and I can change my colour up here. Sorry, colour down here, like that. And I can use the paint bucket to fill other shapes as well. Each shape has a fill, which is the area in the middle, and a stroke around the edge. That's the line around the shape, and you can adjust the qualities of both. There's lots and lots of different tools. It looks like I'm drawing very simplistic things here, but you can actually make quite complex designs that are almost realistic in vector graphics, but it really comes into its own when you've got things like cartoons and that kind of thing. I'm just going to save a copy of this, and I'm going to save it on my desktop, and it's going to be an SVG file, scalable vector graphics file, and you can see the file is here. So I could open this, that's just fine, in Inkscape. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it with Notepad, and what you'll see is you've just got paths which are made up of mathematical equations. So it's just a text file. There's no pixels at all. Okay? So, I hope that is a useful introduction. And yes, please do have an experiment.